Right after Christmas, I started feeling really rough. I had a cold and it wouldn't go away, and my face was drooping, and I thought I was having a stroke. So I went into the hospital, and they looked me over, and they couldn't find out what was wrong, so they decided to keep me. So that night, I had this weird feeling that something was going to happen. So I grabbed my phone, and on my phone I put a message that if you get this, I want you to know that I love you, and I'm sorry I passed away, but you'll always be in my heart, and tell everybody I love them. Well, the next day my wife came in. I couldn't talk. I could barely move. I was starting to go really funny with beads of sweat, and my wife could see I was going, so she ran around the corner, and she grabbed the doctor, and the doctor came in, and just as he came in, I died. All I remember is seeing heaven and seeing what heaven looked like, and the blue skies and the gold floors. And I saw my wife's grandfather, and I said, am I dead? And he said, yes. And I said, am I going to heaven? And he didn't talk. He just shook his head like this and said no, and smiled. And he was in his army suit because he was in the World War II. And he just walked out the door and disappeared. But ever since I died, it's just like, I'm not afraid no more. I've been there, and I've always wanted to know what heaven looks like, and I saw it.
It was really life-changing. It was really devastating at the beginning, like to watch him die. I just knew I had to be strong and help fight for him and help advocate, and I advocated every inch of the way. It just truly shows you how precious life is.
Despite his traumatic event that he has from the chronic disease, he remained positive. He inspired the remainder of the staff. If the staff were maybe having a bad day and they go in to care for Mike, he would perk them right up. His goal was last Christmas was to be able to walk again. So he did undergo some treatments to maybe help trigger his nerves to get him mobilized. We went through a short time in rehab on B2 and came back. He wasn't quite at that goal, but he was happy with the progress that he made. So to him, that was an achievement. He was very happy with that.
This is my special computer, and I run it through my glasses with a dot, and I have a mouse that I hold on to. This is my program that I use called Notepad. I used to write my songs with because I can't write with my hands right now. So once I get my hands back, I'm gonna have a whole album to write, just put chords to the music.
If I think of Mike and Sherri, they never gave up. There's always hope. It might not be the perfect outcome, but at least it's something to strive for. And I think that is what kept him motivated, inspired to be the person he is.
To be that voice for Mike, and always advocating for him and what was best for him. Yeah, there was a lot of people to help us along the way.
I had a lot of nice people in ICU that were really good. The PSWs, the nurses. And then going to other floors, all the nurses were nice. In order to get better, you have to just work really hard at motivating yourself and getting your hands and bodies to move, because 5 months ago, I couldn't do this at all. I could barely move. Now I can do this. I can move my hands together. I can feed myself. So I would say if you get it, don't give up hope, because there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you can recover. You just got to really work at it.